हरि ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गाये नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शङ्करं परमानन्दं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं यतीश्वरं भाष्यभ्रान्तिहरं वन्दे शुद्धज्ञानैकबोधकम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। We'll begin with the Shanti mantra. ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम। We shall chant few mantras of Kaivalya Upanishad. We can chant from Mantra number 7. Umasahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum Trilocanam Neelakantham Prashantam Dhyatva Munirgacchati Bhutayonim Samasta Sakshim Tamasah Parastat Sa Brahma Sa Shivassendraha Sokshara Paramaswarat स एव विष्णुः स प्राणः स कालोऽग्निः स चन्द्रमाः स एव सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं सनातनं ज्ञात्वा तं मृत्युमत्तेति नान्यः पन्था विमुक्तये सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि सम्पश्यन् ब्रह्म परमं याति नान्येन हेतुना आत्मानं मरणिं कृत्वा प्रणवं चोत्तरारणिं ज्ञाननिर्मतनाभ्यासात् पाशं दहति पण्डितः स एव माया परिमोहितात्मा शरीरमास्थाय करोति सर्वं स्त्रयन्नपानादिविचित्रभोगैः स एव जाग्रत्परितृप्तिमेति स्वप्ने स जीवः सुखदुःखभोक्ता स्वमायया कल्पितजीवलोके सुषुप्तिकाले सकले विलीने तमो विभूतः सुखरूपमेति पुनश्च जन्मान्तरकर्मयोगात् स एव जीवस्वपिति प्रबुद्धः पुरत्रये क्रीडति यश्च जीवः ततस्तु जातं सकलं विचित्रम् आधारमानन्दमखण्डबोधम् यस्मिन् लयं याति पुरत्रयं च हरि ओम. We are studying this beautiful Upanishad, Kaivalya Upanishad, from Atharva Veda. So in this Upanishad, we have the dialogue between the student Ashvalayana and teacher Parameshthi. So Ashvalayana approached the teacher and requested him to teach him Brahma Vidya. Adhihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtham. That's great Brahma Vidya, you teach me. The teacher said you can learn Brahma Vidya through Shraddha, Bhakti and Dhyana Yoga. Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana Yoga Adavaihi. Shraddha is faith. Faith in the Shastras. The Shastra, the Upanishads are the Prama. Without the faith in the Upanishads, we will not be able to gain this knowledge. And the one who is teaching us the Upanishad is the teacher, so one should have faith in the teacher. And that which is revealed in the Upanishad is that Supreme Brahma. We should have faith in that Brahma. And we have to pursue this path sincerely. Therefore, we should have faith in ourselves. So with faith, when we listen to the Shastras, then with devotion and dedication, we contemplate and understand what is taught and gain that conviction that yes, this Brahma is Satyam Jnanam Anantam, and that Brahma am I. When this conviction happens, then we meditate and gain evidence in this conviction, gain that aparoksha anubhuti. So there is no other way to become free of this samsara except to gain this knowledge and to drop all false notions. Tyage naitke amrutatvamanashuhu litru tyaga, by renouncing all attachments and finally renouncing all misunderstandings, all delusions, and getting rid of that avidya, one gains that amrutatvam, that immortality which is our own real nature. So one who has gained this conviction through proper study of the Shastras should meditate constantly in one's heart on that Brahma as our own self. So beautifully the description of meditation is given, and that self alone is expressing as Ishvara. So the description of Ishvara is also indicated as Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum. The beautiful form of Ishvara is described. So one can meditate on Sagun Ishvara and gain that abidance in the Ishvara Tattva. He alone is expressing as Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh and all the Devatas. And once we gain this enlightenment, we will come to understand that the self in me itself is self in all. Sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani cha atmani sampashyan brahma paramam yati nanena hetuna. So one who sees that Brahma as my own self and sees that self, myself is the self of all. One who has gained that Sarvatma Bhav becomes free of all bondage and experiences that Kaivalya. So we have to listen to the Shastras and contemplate to understand. This path of contemplation is also indicated with the help of a beautiful example of Arani. Just like we take wooden blocks and churn, one block is taken as a lower Arani and the rod is taken as a higher Arani, and constant churning is done to invoke fire. In the same way, one has to constantly churn in the Varantakarana to understand the oneness of ourself and Brahma. One of the ways of churning is to contemplate on the three states of experience. When we churn these three states of experience, Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti, when we contemplate on these three states of experience, we come to understand who am I, and then with the help of the Shastras, we come to know that I am Brahma. So through the Viveka of this Avastha Traya, we can recognize ourselves as that Brahma, as the Turiya Atma. Turiya Atma is Brahma. So in the following mantras, 12th, 13th and 14th mantras, which we were seeing in our class last time, the analysis of these three states of experience is done, and that fourth is indicated. The Turiya Atma is indicated. So let us contemplate on these three mantras to comprehend what is indicated. So here the teacher says, Sa eva maya parimohitatma shariram asthaya karoti sarvam strayanna panadi vichitra bhogaihi sa eva jagrat paritruptimeti. That same Atma, which is indicated as Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum, which is not different from that Supreme Brahma, which alone is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, which alone is Akshara, Parama, Swarat, which alone is Kala, Agni, Chandrama. That Atma alone is present in our own Antakkarana. So that Atma, deluded by Maya, considers itself as the Karta, Bhokta, and Jnata. So, due to ignorance, the pure self is mistaken to be Karta, Bhokta, Jnata. And that to know or to consider myself as Karta, Bhokta, Jnata itself is that Jiva Bhavana, the notion that I am a Jiva, that I am a limited being, and whatever thoughts happen in the Antakarana, I feel they belong to me. Whatever actions are performed by the body, I think I am performing those actions. So, in this way, due to ignorance, I consider myself as Karta, Bhokta, Jnata. So, one who is thinking himself or herself to be Karta, Bhokta, Jnata is called Jiva. And that same Jiva is pointed out by the Shastras as Brahma. So we have the three states of experience: Jagrat, wherein we experience the various joys and sorrows and become satisfied through indulgence with objects in this world. So, through our senses, we see this world. Through our mind, intellect, we feel and we judge this world and we experience the joys and sorrows. This is the waking state. Thereafter, the senses become very tired and they get withdrawn into the mind, and that mind continues to function. The mind projects a world based on its samskar. The mind has got its own samskar, and the mind projects the world. So that world is experienced by me as swapna avastha, as swapna. So swapne is a jiva. So the same jiva who is experiencing this waking, that same jiva experiences the dream, the joys and sorrows in dream. So sukha dukkha bhokta swamayaya kalpita jiva loke, by creating a jiva loka world of this jiva, the dream world is created from our own samskars. So whatever samskar impressions are there in the mind, from those impressions the world is projected and that is experienced, that is our dream. So the mind itself plays the role of the experiencer and the experienced and all the objects in the dream. So mind also gets tired and it gets withdrawn into the pranas, then the mind is not functioning, the senses are not functioning, and that is what is experienced as sushupti avastha, dreamless sleep. So sushupti kale sakale viline tamo vibhuta sukha rupameti. So everything gets merged into something like tamogun. Everything means the mind, the intellect, the senses. They just remain there, stagnant, without functioning, without any activities. So that is like tamasic avastha of the antakarana. So sushupti kale sakale viline tamo vibhuta. And what happens to me? I remain there as my own self, as sukha rupameti, as sukha. Sukha is my real nature. It gets distracted in our waking, in our dream, because of our restlessness of the mind. But in deep sleep, the mind is not functioning, the mind is not disturbing. So there is no disturbance for the sukha of our own self. So I just remain there as myself, as sukha, sukha rupameti. That is the sushupti avastha. But we don't remain in sushupti avastha forever. The mind which has become dormant, the mind which has become inactive in deep sleep, it doesn't remain inactive forever. It again wakes up. Why does the mind wake up? It is made to wake up because of the samskars which are already there in the mind, which one has to experience, which cannot be negated, which are not destroyed. So punascha janmantar karma yogat, because of the samskars of many, many lifetimes, the mind again wakes up. And when the mind wakes up, I identify with the mind and think that I have woken up. I am dreaming, I am awake. So sa eva jiva swapiti prabuddha. So same jiva, the same I who had gone to sleep, the same I dreams, and the same I wakes up from the sushupti. See, from the deep sleep, again we come back to dream state and then we come to the waking state. And while going into deep sleep, from waking we go into dream and then we go into deep sleep. So, sa eva jiva swapiti prabuddha puratraye kridati yascha jiva. So I, the jiva, plays this game by moving from one state of experience to the other. And these three states of experiences, the Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, they are indicated as Puratraya, three cities. They are like three cities. Three cities, like we have Delhi, we have Mumbai, we have Chennai. So just imagine you spend some time in Delhi, then you go to Mumbai and spend some time there, and then you go to Chennai and spend some time there. Then again you fly back to Mumbai, and then you fly back to Delhi. So just imagine Delhi is the waking. Yeah. Mumbai is like the dream, and Chennai let us say it's like deep sleep. Just examples, no relationship with the cities. So I live in Delhi, I live in Mumbai, I go to Chennai. I am different from Delhi, I am different from Mumbai, I am different from Chennai. I keep on traveling in these three cities constantly, non-stop. Same thing is said here. So Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti are like three cities. Puratrayam. And I, the Jiva, Kridati, I play. It is like my play. So sometimes I am in waking, sometimes I am in dream, and sometimes I am in deep sleep. That is all the beings of this world. They play in these three cities. And so amazing. Though we are playing in these three cities, we somehow consider waking very important. But waking, dream, and deep sleep are all same. They have same levels of existence. They are all same. So in waking, I experience a particular world. In dream, I experience a different world. And in deep sleep, I do not experience any world. So these three states of experiences are very interesting, and they have to be understood well, and one has to contemplate on them properly. So let us take an example to comprehend this. Let me take the example of a pot. Pot example. Okay. This pot is made from clay. Let me take a smaller pot, easier to hold. This pot is made from clay. That clay, just imagine the clay has come from the ocean. From the ocean, the clay is taken out and the pot is made. And just imagine that there is salt in the pot. Salt. Salt is there in the pot from the ocean. Okay. So the pot is like the stula sharir. The salt is like the sukshma sharir. And the space is the jiva. The space in the pot is the jiva. Okay. So in the waking state, the pot, the salt, and the space together are experiencing the world around. That is the waking. Dream, you imagine the salt is taken out from this pot. The pot is separated and the solidified salt is taken out separately. So salt is there with a particular shape and space is there. So that is like dream. But what is deep sleep? The most interesting is deep sleep. Just imagine the salt is dissolved in the ocean. The salt is dissolved in the ocean. So the salt becomes one with the entire ocean. But what about space? Space remains same. The space which was identifying with the pot, the space which was identifying with the salt, in that same space remains unidentified with anything in its pure form. That is like deep sleep. So this space, which is free from all forms, free from all activities, free from all objects, that space is like the supreme reality, Brahma. Space is like Brahma. These are examples. Just imagine space as Brahma. From that space alone, the entire world has come into existence. From space, air is born. From air, fire. From fire, water. And from water, earth. This all matter is born from that space only. So just imagine that Brahma is like space, and then all these are born from that space. Just imagine a vast ocean with lots and lots of water, salty water. So the vast ocean, salty with salty waters, the space is also existing in space. So the space which is associated with the vast ocean is called Ishvara, the, the mighty ocean with all its power is like Bhagwan's Shakti called Maya or Prakriti. So ocean is like Ishvara. Okay. And from that ocean then salts are created. So the salts are like Sukshma Sharir. And from the ocean, the clay is taken and the pots are created. Those pots are like the Sthula Sharir. So when I experience this waking, this my body is like a pot, and the Sukshma Sharir with all my samskars, the emotions, the mind, the intellect, the ahankar, the memories, all these are like salt. Okay. I'm giving this example because it will make it more clear, this deep sleep state. So when we are in deep sleep, the Sukshma Sharir, everything merges into that totality only. It is like the salt is merged into the ocean. So in Sukshma Sharir, and in deep sleep, in dreamless sleep, I am one with Ishvara. I remain there as Ishvara, as one, having no separate identity, having no separate existence. I remain there as Ishvara. In Mandukya Upanishad also, there's a very beautiful mantra which talks about this Sushupti Avastha, where it says, Sasarveshvaraha, Sasarvadnyaha, Esho Yoni Sarvasya. That Sushupti, what I am in Sushupti is Ishvara only, who is Sarvatnya, who is all knowing, who is the very source of everything. So I just merge, all my Sukshma Sharir remains merged in that Ishvara alone, in the Shakti of that Ishvara. But the samskars and the vasanas are not destroyed. They remain there, but they are not destroyed. So they will give rise to experiences. So in order to again experience waking and dream, Ishvara wakes us up. Ishvara wakes that mind, intellect, and again we wake up. So Ishvara is the one who controls the Sushupti Avastha. Ishvara makes us wake up again according to our karma. Even when the entire world goes into pralaya, all the jivas, their samskars, everything merge into that total prakriti. But when again the creation starts, Ishvara wakes up all these various jivas along with their mind, their intellect, to experience the joys and sorrows of this world. So Ishvara is the Lord who controls our Sushupti Avastha. Hiranyagarbha is the powerful Devata who controls our Swapna Avastha. And Vaishvanara is the one who controls the waking Avastha. So again, let us take this example. So in this pot, and there is salt in this pot, and there is space. So the space which is confined or identified with this salt and this pot is like an individual, a jiva. So such a jiva, when he approaches the teacher, Vedanta teacher, the teacher tells him that you are not the pot, you are not the salt, but you are that space. First, understand yourself as the space within this pot. So when we understand ourselves as the space within this pot, thereafter the teacher tells us that that space within the pot is the same space in all the pots, is the source of the entire creation. So in this way, the teacher, with the help of this Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti Avastha and the analysis of the three avasthas, points out that space within, that space of consciousness within, Hmm. And points out that space of consciousness as the very source of the entire creation. So here in this mantra that is indicated कि पुनश्च जन्मांतर कर्म योगात् स एव जीव स्वपिति प्रबुद्धः पुरत्रये क्रीडति यश्च जीवः ततस्तु जातं सकलं विचित्रम्. That jiva who is playing in these three states of experiences, which are indicated as three cities, that jiva is not different from Ishvara, and that jiva is not different from Brahma. And from that jiva alone, everything has come into existence. Tatastu jatam sakalam vichitram. All this vichitra world which we see in front of us has come from my own real swarupa. From me alone, the entire world has come into existence. I alone am the Adhar of this world. Adharam, Anandam. I am of the nature of Ananda, bliss, Akhanda Bodham, and unbroken knowledge or unbroken consciousness. And Yasmin Layam Jati Puratrayancha, and in me only all the three avasthas finally merge. Everything merges back into me. I hope you are comprehending what I am indicating. It's very subtle, and that thing is pointed out. The Turiya is pointed out. Again, when we look at these three states of experience, we generally give importance to the waking state due to our ignorance, due to our limited understanding. We give importance to the waking state. We believe that I am in the waking state, then I go to dream, then I go into sleep, then I am back into waking. So waking, I take it as a adhar, as a support to understand these three states of experience. Now, interesting, you just shift your support from the waking to the dream. Just think of these three states of experiences seated in your dream. So I am in dream, having some strange experience. Then I, what is called, wake up and I see another world. Then again I go into dream and experience another world. Then I wake up and I experience the same world which I had seen yesterday. Then again I go into dream, I experience another world. So all the time I am in my dream, and now and then I wake up to experience the same world again and again. But I am stationed in my dream. And now and then I experience absence of both the waking as well as the dream world. So from the standpoint of dream, when I look at these three states of experiences, they appear totally different. Then, now look at these three states of experiences, taking deep sleep as the Adhar. From the standpoint of deep sleep, you analyze the three states of experience. What is deep sleep? I am separated from the body I am separated from the mind. I remain as I am. Sukha rupameti, as of the nature of happiness, as space, which is covering the ocean. I remain as that space. I remain as Ishvara in deep sleep. So just take that as the basis. And now and then I dream, I am awake, then again I am in deep sleep. So take deep sleep as the basis, as the standpoint from where you understand the waking and dream. So in this way, when we keep on churning and thinking about these three states of experiences, we will be able to separate ourselves from the body, from the mind, from all the samskars, and come to understand ourselves as that pure consciousness like space. I am not the pot, I am not the salt, I am not the ocean, I am space. I just play in the waking, in the dream, in deep sleep, but I am like that space. So tatastu jatam sakalam vichitram. This entire creation has come from me, from my pure swarupa. Adharam anandam akhanda bodham. I am the support. I am of the nature of bliss. I am unbroken consciousness. See that consciousness or awareness, what we call in English, I generally don't use these terms, but what is called jnanam or bodham, that jnanam remains same, untouched, undisturbed in the waking, in the dream, in deep sleep. And that itself is the real nature of myself called Turiya. So Turiya is of the nature of Jnanam, pure knowledge, knowledge per se. So Akhanda Bodham. So from that Turiya standpoint, then when we look, then this Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti are like bubbles in me. They are like bubbles in me. So there are these four standpoints. The standpoint of our physical body, the standpoint of our antakarana, the standpoint of being one with Ishvara, and the standpoint of the Turiya Brahma. Means identifying with the pot, identifying with the salt, identifying with the ocean, and identifying with space. So pot along with salt, along with space, everything is the one standpoint of our body. Only the salt within is the standpoint of our antakarana. When that salt is dissolved in the ocean, that is the standpoint of Ishvara. And even beyond that ocean, that space is the standpoint of Turiya. So our Shastras in these four steps takes us towards Turiya. From Jagrat to Swapna to Sushupti, it takes us to Turiya. So Turiya is the subtlest, which is the support of all these three states, in which the entire creation comes into existence, it remains and again merges back. So Adharam Anandam Akhanda Bodham Yasmin Layam Yati Puratrayancha. All the three Puras, they finally merge into this Adhar, this Turiya, this Brahma alone. So that is being now indicated in the next mantra, that how from this Adhar, this Akhanda Bodha, which is my real nature, how from me the entire creation has come into existence. That is indicated now in the 15th mantra. So let us chant. Etasmat jayate pranaha manas sarva indriyani cha kham vayur jyotirapaha prithvi vishwasya dharini. Etasmat jayate pranaha manas sarva indriyani cha kham vayur jyotirapaha prithvi vishwasya dharini. Etasmat, that my supreme nature, that Turiya, which is the very support of all these three states of experiences, which is indicated as Akhanda Bodha, which is indicated as Adharam, which is indicated as Anandam. From that Turiya alone, which is also indicated as, which is also called Brahma, which is also called Atma, Shuddha Atma. From that alone, everything is born. Etasmat jayate pranaha, manaha, sarva indriyani cha, kham, vayuhu, jyotihi, apaha, prithvi, vishwasya dharini. From that Brahma, which is also the Atma, Shuddha Atma, from that alone everything has come. In Taittiriya Upanishad, that Brahma is indicated as Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyomanna, So Oshnate Sarvan Kama Ansaha. Then from that Brahma, which is Atma, all these things have come. Tasmad va etasmat atmanah akashas sambhutah akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah adbhya prithvi prithvyad oshadayah oshadibhyonnam annat purushah. In this way, the creation is described in Taittiriya Upanishad. Here, in this Upanishad, same thing is expressed in a different way. Ki etasmat jayate pranaha. From that Brahma, Shuddha, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, who with his Shakti is called Ishvara. Ishvara is just another name of Brahma. Suppose we meet a person, we ask him, what is your name? He says, I am Mr. Sharma. I am Sharma. Then we meet a young boy. And And I asked that boy, what is your name? He gives his name. Then I ask him, I point to Sharma and ask him, who is this person? He says, he is my father. Really? Just now I asked him, he said he is Sharma and you are saying he is father? So with respect to that boy, that Sharma is called father. But by himself is Mr. Sharma. In the same way, by itself, that supreme reality is called Brahma. But with respect to this world and all the jivas, that supreme Brahma is called Ishvara. Ishvara is just another name. So Brahma, along with its Shakti, is called Ishvara. So from that Ishvara, from that Brahma, the first thing to manifest is Prana. Etasmat jayate Prana. Prana is the Para Shakti of Bhagwan. It's also called Para Prakriti. In Bhagavad Gita, it's called Para Prakriti. So, etasmat jayate prana. Prana is required for all activities to happen. All activities are possible by the power of prana. So, in order to create this world, activity is required, power is required, force is required. So, that force was born first. Prana was born. Then prana activated everything. Then mind was born. Then the senses were born. Then all the 5 elements were born. So etasmat jayate pranaha, manaha, sarva indriyani cha. So karmendriyas were born, jnanendriyas were born. Then Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi, all the stool, Pancha Mahabhut were also born finally. And this Prithvi is the one which supports all these beings. So Vishwasya Dharini, Prithvi, which is the Vishwasya Dharini, which supports all, is also born. Everything has come from that supreme Brahma alone. So etasmat jayate pranaha, manaha, sarva indriyani cha, kham, vayuhu, jyoti, apaha, prithvi vishwasya dharini. So after revealing the 3 states of experiences, and through these 3 states of experiences, pointing out that Turiya, Brahma, Turiya Atma, which is Brahma, and then also pointing out that from that Brahma all these things have come, Prana, Mana, Indriya, and all the 5 elements. In the next verse or in the next mantra, the teacher reveals the Mahavakya, in which it reveals that identity of Brahma and this Jiva, Brahma and Atma. That we will see in our class on Monday, next Monday. This coming Wednesday, we will celebrate Shivaratri, Mahashivaratri. We will have puja and we will do Abhishek of Bhagwan in the form of Shiva, in the form of that linga. So that will be the Mahashivaratri program. I have given the details on my Facebook page. You can attend the program. And then next week on Monday, we will continue with this Upanishad. Okay. So till then, you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana. Listen to the pravachan again. If you have any questions or any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. And we will meet again next Monday to study the next mantra, which is very beautiful. Till then, Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Boli Syavar Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.